What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Loading Podcast. My name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur.
How's it going, guys? Episode 7.
Episode 7. August 7th, actually. That's funny.
Recording episode 7 on
August 7th.
7th.
With episode 7.
All right.
Lucky number, am I right?
At almost 2:17 p.m.
Okay,
right.
now you're reaching a little too far, my guy.
It's okay.
Trying to get 7s for everything. But, how you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I've been chilling.
Chilling? For the most part? I've been doing awesome because I finally got a Switch again.
Yo, my son did get a Switch again.
I finally got my Switch again.
Yo, how does it feel, dude?
It feels great. I don't know why. Ever since I traded in the Switch, now that I have it again, I appreciate it more.
That's good.
I appreciate the whole portability aspect to it, the games that are available to it, especially Fire Emblem. Oh my god, That is such a good game to be playing right now.
How's that going?
Great,
liking it?
Dude.
Awesome.
I forgot how much I love the series, honestly.
Weird. Who's the main character this time? That's probably going to be in Smash Bros.
You know what? You're probably not wrong.
But, I know. I know.
I don't know.
4th or 5th. That's my guess. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know his canon name. All I know is that he's just another swordsman, but has a crest. He has a crest, my guy.
You're telling me?
And he's a professor.
He has a sword?
Yes.
This is unprecedented in the Smash Bros. Community.
Oh my god.
I have never.
Calling it right now.
My god.
Yo, final DLC. Main character from Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
That's going to be such a disappointment.
Yes, it is, honestly. As much as I love the game, it's going to be a huge disappointment if I see him as a DLC character and be like, yo, where the fuck's Sora?
Sora?
Where's Crash Bandicoot?
Sora would be a good option. Crash Bandicoot, actually, Banjo-Kazooie. If they can get Banjo-Kazooie, I feel like they can get Crash too. That would be lit.
I mean, they're not under Sony anymore.
Oh yeah, they're not. Oh yeah, I'm bugging.
So Sony, keep your hands off.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this or listening to this, we would be at Liberty City Anime Con right now.
Yes.
So if you see us, you know what I'm saying, say what's up.
Yeah, say what's up. You can mostly find me. I'm calling this right now. You're gonna find me in the gaming room. Like, you can ask this guy right now.
I think that's the only place we're going to find them, is in the gaming room.
Because you see, I like games, and I like to go to the gaming room because they have a bunch of Japanese arcade machines that they come in, and they have a nice little Smash get-together, which me and my friend essentially run and make sure everything is going smoothly. So, yeah, you're going to you can find me definitely over there. You're probably just going to be exploring the many booths, concerts especially. I know you did that before.
Yeah. I want to see what kind of panels are going on also. I know I can recall from the very first time I went there, some of the panels were cool. It was kind of a mixed bag. It was kind of a mixed bag. Some of the panels are really cool though.
Yeah. Remember the one where, what's it called? It was like a music trivia.
Yeah, music trivia.
That was great. And then it got ruined afterwards when we went to a panel talking about, I think, Vocaloids. And
gosh.
Yeah, you were literally just like, is that it? Is that it?
Is that it?
You were so bored. As much as I hate to say it.
You know, I don't particularly remember this booth.
Oh, I do.
Maybe it's because I repressed it into my memory bank, you know what I'm saying? But
you're trying to make sure that your mind forgets about that.
I will say there was some. It was a mixed bag, like I said. It was here and there, but
hey, it's always when we go there. It's always guaranteed to have a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just exploring the place, the many floors, the different stuff they do. The movie room. I remember the movie room.
The movie room was great. The merchandise they have over there, the artwork, the posters was great.
The late night things that they have going on there.
Very also, interesting shows.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
You just leave it at that, huh?
Where I think didn't you actually get
What's up? Talk to me.
Didn't you get stopped?
I did. Actually, you know what? It's funny you say that because that was the year I turned 18. Like I had turned. I probably had turned 18 maybe a week or so before.
Yeah, because it was, I think, during
the 19th to 21st. Yeah. I literally had turned 18 like 5 days before this. And I look babyface now, so I must have looked dumb young back then.
Yeah, like no one could really tell that you were already over 18.
Uh-huh.
That's how crazy it is. But
I was saying I had to show man's the ID real quick. You know what I'm saying?
And then he had to do the double take.
The triple take, all the takes.
Be like, is he really 18? Oh hell no! Crap! Imagine he faked this, and I just let a 16-year-old watch this.
And he's just like, all right, dude, come on in.
And then before I wrap this up with the Liberty City Anime Convention, that one time when we were all watching that specific anime together, and then we were all just memeing.
Anime? What genre of anime was that again? Can you jog my
so
memory?
It's called hentai.
There was dead ass. Hold on, let us explain.
Yes, yes.
There was a nighttime panel booth where they were showing
hentai,
and we had I think we had a hotel that night.
Yes, actually.
So we didn't have to worry about saying going back home or doing anything. It was like at what, midnight?
Yeah, midnight actually.
And I think by the time we got there, that shit was already packed.
And can I just say that was one of the funniest moments of being there, because we had a room full of people that we all knew we were watching the hentai, but we were all being like, why are you doing this?
Like, what is wrong with you?
Yo, Makoto, no!
Make better life decisions. Like, come on, man.
It was just a complete meme fest, and I loved every single part of it.
The most funniest part was everybody in there was also memeing.
Yes.
That's the funniest part.
No one there was watching it because it was a hentai. Everyone was watching it to make fun of it.
Yeah.
Just to have a good time.
Yeah, go with it, set it up. That must have been cheese.
That would have been. So yeah.
A long time ago.
But yeah, once again, if you're ever going to be there, just say hi to us, Stop by. We don't bite, I promise.
Nah, we don't bite.
Yeah, we really don't bite.
Nah.
But yeah. Anyway, I think it's time that we talk about some of the stuff that's been happening this week. What did you think?
Yeah. Yeah, also, I'm assuming you're going to bring your Switch.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyway, this past weekend, EVO happened.
It did.
And can I just say that this year's EVO was great?
Can I also just say I didn't watch it. Like, at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so good. From fighters, let me just say this. You know Sonic Fox, right?
Yeah.
All right. So last year he won for Dragon Ball Fighters. He faced a Japanese player called Goichi.
Okay.
Come this year, they're back at Grand Finals again.
Oh, but both of them.
Yes.
And I think he was trending. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Go ahead.
He was trending. I think he won. Didn't he win or he got to the finals of 2 tournaments?
Yes.
Something?
He won. Sonic Fox won the one from Mortal Kombat 11. However, when he went back to fighters, he fought the same person, Goichi, and Goichi won this time.
Wow.
And you should, in fact, if I can bring this up right now, the look on Goichi's face when he won, you can tell how humble he was. He was crying. He was absolutely crying. Like, look, I'll bring this up right now.
All right. Yeah. I can see.
Look at this.
Y'all might not be. Oh, god damn. Wait, run it back like 10, 20 seconds.
Because Goichi finally won. He won. He didn't win last year, and he won this year.
Okay, he had his moment.
He had his moment. He was incredibly humble.
That's good. How long has he been playing for? I'm not too familiar with him.
I think he was. I've heard that he played, Marvel vs. Capcom before.
Oh, so he's been playing for a while.
Yeah, and so I think this is his first major EVO, or not just major tournament. This is his first EVO victory, I think.
Hey, okay, I love it. I love that. I love to see that.
Exactly. So that was a great moment, and that's just for fighters. Street Fighter has some great moments. I forget. I think it was his name is Bonchan, and I think he won. He was playing a girl called Karen in Street Fighter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. His victory was so well deserved. He's an incredible Karen player, honestly. Tekken. I believe it was a Southern Arabian player that won. He was playing I forget what this one character, but that's besides the point. The one that I cared about most was Smash, my guy.
Oh yeah, of course. But I have a question.
Yeah.
This is me being completely ignorant. Mm-hmm. But I know they took out Melee for Smash. But do they still have any of the older Smash, like 4 or Brawl? Is that a thing at all? Or it's just Ultimate?
What they do is that they hold side tournaments, and this is completely run by the fans of the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like Melee was disappeared from EVO completely. It just wasn't on the main stage that was streaming. Like, there were still Melee tournaments there, and in fact, Hungrybox won it, so haha. Screw all the Hungrybox haters. He's a good player and deserves
as Jigglypuff?
Yes, the Jigglypuff player.
Okay, yeah.
So he won that. But yeah, it's not like they're gone forever. They hold side tournaments for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I doubt they would ever like let it truly die.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, let's just make way for Ultimate is what I say. It's literally the best of both worlds.
Melee's old, bro.
Yeah, it's like...
It's old, bro.
It's like, what, 17, 18 years old now?
It's fucking old.
Exactly.
That's what it is. It's fucking old.
Exactly.
It's about to be 2020 in this bitch.
And people will still play that shit. That's the funny part.
No, when the meme came, the 20... Was it 20XX?
Yeah, 20XX.
It's dead ass about to be 20XX in this bitch, and they can still play it.
They'll never let that game die, no matter what. I'm telling you that. The Melee's player base is a step above other people's player bases, because they will make sure that game stays alive.
That game is classic. It's classic. No disrespect to the Melee community, but
yeah, definitely not. Like, their community,
it's kind of old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta, you gotta make room for, the newer stuff is what I'm trying to say. Combine both communities. But yeah, Smash Ultimate, Evo, Grand Finals. Can I just say that there's the two players that were playing it, MK Leo and Tweak. My boy Tweak choked hard. He had the game.
Tweak was tweaking? Is that what's
he
happening?
was tweaking until the last game. And then he lost 6 games in a row.
Damn.
Dude, it was so depressing to watch. But then again, Leo is too good. He literally said download complete. And I'm like, all right, it's over. And so, and also, MK Leo's I think he's the first Mexican player to win at Evo for Smash.
Wow, okay.
So,
awesome.
Congratulations to Leo. You were a great player. Just top 8 in general was fun. I already showed you the Lucina player that absolutely bodied that fox at the beginning of the game.
That was insane. That was insane.
That was such a great moment.
Literally just kept, doing aerial attacks to keep him off stage.
He literally predicted everything that Fox was going to do. And he was like, nah, you ain't getting on my stage.
Within 10 seconds?
Mm-hmm. 10 seconds. I think 10 or 11 seconds he killed him.
The mashing has to be incredible. You have to have that shit down.
Muscle memory is nothing to what these guys have to do in order to execute all that. Honestly. And one more thing is that I think Smash in general helped break records for Evo, because it was now the most viewed game that Evo has ever had.
Oh, really now?
Yes, going up to, I think, around 220,000 views.
So explain this to me. What kind of games do they have at Evo? Is it just strictly fighting games? Do they have other kind of games?
It's mostly fighting games.
Like, is Fortnite at Evo or nah? Okay.
No.
All right.
This is just strictly for fighting games. If you make it onto the Evo stage, that's a fighting game that basically everyone is playing and that they want to participate in.
Okay, more like a 1v1.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes double scenario, but not like a massive multiplayer.
No,
online.
It's mostly for just one-on-one fighting games.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it's just to showcase the best of the best, honestly.
What does it stand for? Is it
It's, I think, Evolution something. I forget exactly what it stands for, but
all right.
I know what it's like, Evolution. So, but yeah, Evo, if you didn't watch Evo, first off, you missed out. I'm looking at you, Arthur. Second of all,
did I though?
Yes, you did. You missed a lot of great moments, my guy.
For real?
Yes. I already showed you the Lucina and how you were in awe.
I don't even know where to watch Evo, my guy. I'm kind of asleep.
It's in Twitch, my guy.
I don't even go on Twitch like that.
Damn. But yeah, definitely great Evo. I enjoyed it personally.
So Tweak was tweaking on Twitch.
Tweak was tweaking on Leo.
On Twitch.
On Twitch. Yes. Until he got to the third game where he choked.
Try to say that 5 times fast. That's a tongue twister.
Oh, fuck me. I hate tongue twisters. Oh, my God. I hate them so much. But yeah, Evo, great event. Well, actually, I wanted to try to, in the future, try to attend one of those events. Not to participate, but just
how much do those tickets cost? I don't know, man. Where is it even being held? What is it? Los Angeles? I mean,
Las
Vegas. Vegas?
Yes.
Word.
So it's a big trip if you plan on going there. But one day I would like to try.
Big trip is kind of light. It's kind of saying it lightly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is definitely.
How much is that ticket looking for though? I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
They not $60. I'll tell you that.
Nah, this ain't no Liberty City.
100 to 200 maybe.
Fuck that.
Maybe.
You see, I choose not to look at the ticket prices now, so I don't get depressed. I'll look at it later on. But that's just me.
It's not even the ticket price. You want to get the price? Look at the cost of actually traveling somewhere and then coming back, and then all the other expenses. That'll get you depressed, not the actual ticket price.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, moving on from Evo. We have apparently a loot box transparency that Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft are actually going through.
Oh, word? Yo, you want to pull the article so we can actually see?
Apparently, from what this had to say is that all these companies have to initially say what are the odds for their loot boxes and be transparent with all of them.
Oh, okay. I see. This from the Entertainment Software Association. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming this is for any kind of software in general and all types of media.
I'm assuming not just limited to these companies.
Because mobile games are also a thing where microtransactions.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this article mentions them, so let's keep going. Let's see.
I believe they do, actually.
Oh, okay. Because
we also have the infamous thing from Battlefront 2's loot boxes, which was so terrible. I don't know why they blocked progression through this horrible system.
Let me just call it like it is. All the EA's loot boxes are terrible. They do them completely wrong. They do them
terrible.
The opposite way of how you're supposed to do it. You want to look at loot boxes, look at Overwatch.
Yes, cosmetic only. And that's how it's supposed to be. Anything that is not this is just going on to loot boxes in general, right? Which has been a topic that has been beaten to death at this point, where loot boxes cannot and should not alter gameplay.
Agreed.
Because I was about to drop my mic real quick.
Oh my god.
Once you start altering the gameplay, that's when it stops becoming something cosmetic and fun to collect to something that is almost required to get the full experience of the game that you already paid for. Because it is absolutely stupid that I have to pay $60 for a game, then I play the game and I have to spend even more money to get content that should have been in there to begin with.
And don't forget the DLC expansion. You know what I'm saying? It's another $60, even though you got a season pass. Fuck you. That's how I feel.
Fuck it out, man. Oh my god, I hate loot boxes so fucking much.
No, I feel like the reason why people are going so hard on this is because loot box is a form of gambling, and there's really not any way of regulating who can actually play this game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like all the people that's complaining about video games right now are looking at it through the wrong lens. You know what I'm saying? There is no link to say that video games would cause any type of violence like that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you're gonna have microtransactions, as much as I hate to bring up Fortnite, right? Let's say a little kid is playing Fortnite. Mm-hmm. He goes to the store. He looks at the cosmetics, the costumes, the pickaxes, all that kind of stuff. He knows what he wants, right? Mm-hmm. And if his parents so let him, he'll buy it, and he can have it right then and there. No ifs, ands, or buts. He gets the item. With a game like, once again, Battlefront 2, you're not paying to get the item. You're paying to get a chance to get an item that you might like.
Right.
Not being transparent with the rewards or having just the rewards in general be so random is going back to what you said with it being gambling, essentially. Mm-hmm. And if kids are doing this, which is, I think, one of the main causes behind all of this, all the laws, all the regulations that are being put onto loot boxes, children shouldn't have to deal with this. And it just overall makes the product, less satisfying, I guess.
Yeah, and just the way that they are designed, they're designed to look enticing to people. You know what I'm saying? No wonder kids love loot boxes and shit like that, because
exactly.
Dude, they're giving this crazy presentation and then they're not looking at the consequences.
Mm-hmm. Now let me take another example, this Call of Duty. I already saw your face.
All right. What about Call of Duty?
All right, so they add guns.
Yeah.
To loot boxes. Let's say a 15-year-old kid's like, oh, that gun looks sick. I want to get it. How do you get it? You spend $2 to open a box, and that box has a chance that it can have the gun. The kid buys $20 worth of boxes, doesn't get the gun. Okay, how do I get a better chance? Oh, you see there's a more expensive box that's $5 that has increased chances of you getting the gun. It's not guaranteed, but you can get other cool stuff.
They're bullshitting you, essentially.
Yeah, they're bullshitting you. Because we all know we don't want the other stuff. We want the actual item.
We want the item, exactly. Yeah.
Why couldn't they just keep it to like Black Ops 2? If I want a bacon camo, I buy the bacon camo. If I want dark matter, I'll buy dark matter.
You know what I noticed? Those kind of camouflage weapons have been taken out in replace of this, so that it's a way to keep people. Instead of being able to just buy what you want, they keep people just like, oh, we'll give you a chance, and it's kind of they just make a little mini game out of it. And honestly, I don't like how that's kind of taking over the gaming industry right now, and I feel like that's becoming a problem.
Yeah, I mean, more and more companies are starting to do that.
Serious problem.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, in this loot box, not only will you have a chance to get something that you'll like, but hey, there's other things here that we include, like, you know, reticles that look like a skull. You know, you can alter your player's uniform. Oh wait, but I just want the camera. No. Don't worry about that. Like, even if you don't get it, we'll compensate you with something that you never even wanted. That's how it is. Honestly, like, if we can just skip the crap of just going through all these pointless rewards just to justify our purchase, it honestly is better.
Yeah, I would say either do that or just don't have them be attached to things that would improve your the quality of the game. That's aside from like cosmetically, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like if it's making you better than other players, that's terrible. That's not a great idea.
If it has an item that is very overpowered that not everyone has access to, like not once again, I hate to bring this up, but Bayonetta from Smash 4. So imagine if she was in a loot box.
That sounds awful.
Exactly. You see, it's like she's broken, but at least the only excuse you have is that, oh, if you can't play her because you know you can just buy her, right? You can just straight up buy her and you have access to her.
Right.
Instead of, you know, oh, this player has Bayonetta and she's broken. I can't have her, which means that's not good game design. That's just like, that's bullshit, honestly. And that's just what most companies do.
You pretty much summed it up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Having items like this hidden behind boxes where you have the chance of getting it. No.
I feel like if they're so concerned about this, I feel like they need to have some way of just putting some type of barrier so that kids can't access these kind of loot boxes. But I'm not sure exactly how they would do that. Parents don't even care when they bring an M-rated game to their kid at GameStop. So
yes, that's also
if they can't even get that one down, I don't even understand how they're gonna possibly, you know what I'm saying, start to get through this one. But hey,
yeah, exactly. And also relating to that whole thing with the whole rated M thing with the parents, I always think that it's just if you are a parent, it's your responsibility to essentially monitor and keep track of what your children are playing / watching. Like, as much as people want to say, like, you know, video games are bad, right? It still falls down to the person that's showing their children this.
I would say it's your choice. If you give your kid access to the video game, that doesn't mean that you still don't have to be a parent. You have to be a parent still. You know what I'm saying? You have to regulate everything. You have to be like, okay, all right, I'll give you a few hours. All right, my parents did that. You know what I'm saying? So, there were even days on the weekends they would let me play even longer back when I was a kid. But it's just like, it has to be regulated. They're letting a lot of parents, they're letting their Xbox raise their kid.
Yeah, essentially.
And that's where the issue begins.
Yes, exactly.
It begins when you don't have, when all the free time you have is being spent on that thing. It kind of just consumes you in that sort of way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just how people get consumed with social media. Just how people get consumed in whatever vice. You know what I'm saying? It's when you have free time. You know what I'm saying? What do they say? The free time. I mean, the enemy of.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The enemy of getting shit done is free time. It's not exactly like that, but I'm paraphrasing.
Yes.
But, you know, that just is what it is. Like, why wouldn't the kid want to spend 8 hours on GTA?
Exactly.
Like, GTA is fun as fuck, but it's a bad if you don't want your kid learning this language and doing XYZ and then not explaining to him this is not how you use it around certain people. If you don't parent, essentially, it's not gonna parent it for you. It's just gonna turn your kid into something that you don't want it to be.
Yeah, you see, that's not the game's fault.
It's the parents' fault.
It's the parents' fault.
Bro!
It's the person that's letting this happen. Like, you have to remember, Your child is playing this because you are letting them.
Exactly.
Like, I think a lot of people just choose to not understand that, or they just choose to ignore the fact and blame it on the medium itself.
Like I said earlier, would you let your kid watch Scarface for 8 hours a day? No.
No, you would not.
You wouldn't like the language, the themes, all the things that are in Scarface, and all the things that the fucking GameStop employee told you that were in the game, and you said, I don't give a fuck. My kid wants the game. Give me the game.
Exactly. And also, like, once again, going back to your whole, I think this is also another idea, honestly. Like, if you let your child watch Scarface for like 8 hours in like maybe one day, I don't think that child would get any influence of that if the parent has already discussed good values and all this type of stuff to their child prior to this.
Right.
Because, like, for example, I think us as human beings, we know what is good and what is bad if we understand it. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, if I'm gonna go watch an R-rated movie about like a guy killing people, right? I know this is a movie. This is a piece of fiction, and I know this is bad. That's not gonna mean that I'm going to do this because I know it's bad. But then, if a person doesn't know that, and they think that's okay, that's not the movie's fault. Exactly. It's literally either one, the parent didn't enforce any of that onto their children at a young age. Mm-hmm. Which at that point, I'm sorry to say, that's on the parents' fault. I keep bringing that up.
Even that on another note, it's not that to say, even if you play video games, of course you'll pick up things from the games. Like the kids, like say if you get a kid GTA, of course the kid will know the language, and maybe he might say it with his friends. The difference is, as a parent, you have to differentiate the game from real life. You have to know that these are things that you can't say in real life to real people, to your mother, to your dad, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to instill that form of respect in your kids. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. If you can let them know, hey, like you can play this game, but you know that these are bad words. If they don't know that, it's normalized for them. Exactly. That's the problem.
You want your kid to just go out randomly in the street and jack people's cars? You want them to go on rampages?
Hell my goodness.
That's something that you have to teach them at a very young age, and that's something that they themselves will pick up. Oh, this is a video game. Am I going to do this in real life? No. Hell no. Because if you do, what's going to happen?
Exactly. It's not real, right?
Nothing good comes out of that.
Yeah, that was a great discussion.
I liked it. It's really good because I think, like, especially nowadays, a lot of people it's never going to change. People are going to blame video games for every world problem. World hunger. Yo, people, video games are the crime.
Everybody needs a scapegoat, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you mentioned before, history will always repeat itself.
I did say that.
No matter what happens. But yeah, that was a good discussion. I like that.
Hey, we're approaching.
But yes,
coming up on the 29-minute mark. All right.
See,
nice. All right,
we still got a very funny story in my opinion.
Oh yeah, we got a funny story.
So I said there was a Chinese fan, or it was what was it in China, right? So there is a new game that is coming out from a Chinese developer called Genshin Unlimited, I guess, or Infinite, whatever it is.
We should pull up the article.
Yes, let me bring it up real quick.
The thing about this game, though, is this game looks very similar to another game.
Very popular game. You might have heard of it.
On the Nintendo side. It's called Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda.
You know, it's just a game that, just made history kind of thing.
Yeah, so a lot of people were upset at these Chinese developers because...
Oh, it's Genshin Impact.
Had a lot of Genshin Impact.
Yes, okay. Impact. But yes, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No, they had a lot of similarities to Breath of the Wild, especially in the HUD. I would say the cell shading and how they did certain things.
Yes, like we've seen the trailer, and as much like I will definitely say it's inspired by Breath of the Wild.
It looks beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, it looks actually pretty good. I was gonna bring that up a little bit later.
I mean, let's see how much the game costs.
It's probably gonna be $60.
Why wouldn't it be?
Exactly. We're living in an age where if it's not an indie game, it's gonna be $60.
All right.
But yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right. So essentially what happened was that it was. Let me see real quick. It is a Chinese person that was a very big Nintendo fan and really likes Breath of the Wild. So when he saw this game, he was outraged. and decided to smash a PS4 in Riot at this game for copying it.
I'm just more surprised as to why he has a PS4 in his backpack just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at like what is this, like some type of convention, I'm assuming?
Yes. I think it was just a convention showing off the game. And as you can see, a whole bunch of people had their Switches.
So, oh, yeah.
And then they're sticking the middle finger out to the sign.
It was funny. It was funny as fuck. The devs were probably there. And they were like, we don't give a fuck.
They really don't. Like
just this fucking image. I'm gonna put this image up.
Where did he get this from?
He got it out of his backpack. My question is, why? Why did you have it in your?
He's like,
bro, what are you doing?
Yo, that's like $400, my guy. He just slammed it in protest. But
was he a plant?
I don't know if it is. It sucks.
Did Nintendo know? Did they send him? What the fuck? Is this a conspiracy? Like,
this is some next level sabotage plans.
Yo, you fucking. The security comes to check on him. He just shows him he just has a Bowser tattoo. He works for fucking Doug Bowser and shit. See, yo.
They do some kind of code, be like, we know.
It's like, yo, Nintendo with Nintendo or something, whatever the fuck I say.
So he don't what Nintendo.
Ooh, bro. That's wild.
Like, yeah, like he did this to protest because he doesn't want this to happen because it's a copy of Breath of the Wild. When I think honestly it had the opposite effect. Once people got wind of this, they actually checked out the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It does. It looks good to a point where I actually will keep my eye out for this game because apparently it's slated for a 2020 release in the spring. So the gameplay that they shown actually looks pretty decent. I like it.
Yo, imagine if they make it to a battle royale.
Oh God, if they do, they will make anything into a battle royale, and I
just saying, yo, if it happens, then I called it here.
We're gonna quote you. We're like, yo, he called this. He called this directly. Damn it! Why did you have to prove him right?
But nah, after the dude did that, the game just sort of got brought to a lot of people's attention, started picking up a lot of media coverage. Mm-hmm. Because no one was really checking for this game before that, I wouldn't
honestly,
say.
No.
Besides, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and actually, to be honest, I actually thought it was from a Japanese developer when I first saw it.
Oh, yeah,
With the girl, I'm like, wait, a Chinese guy made this?
What kind of anime stuff is this? And it's like, oh, it's from China. All right, cool.
All right, not bad.
Yeah.
Gameplay looks fun. That dragon that they showed off. That boss fight looks pretty good. I don't know. It reminded me a little bit of Monster Hunter in a way with that boss fight.
Oh, yeah, it did.
It did. So, I mean, you know what? I'll keep my eye out for this game. And also, whoever... I still question where he got that PS4 if he just had it in his backpack randomly. And then just decides to throw it on the ground.
He's like, you know what? I've had this PS4 for a while. But fuck this shit.
No, that's his? Yo, you might... You're would you throw your PS4?
No. Of course not. No, God, no.
In terms of a protest, would you throw your hard-earned PS4 that you damn well know?
Some people do not appreciate the value of $1, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole new podcast. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All
right, yo, speaking of this anime-looking game, let's do a seamless transition into some other anime stuff going on right now.
Yes.
The summer season is in full effect, even though it's about to rain in a few hours.
How ironic is that?
Yeah. But, anime? Any new anime you've been checking out at all?
To be honest, not really, actually. Aside from, I know you've been watching Danmachi. There's that. Fire Force... I haven't watched the latest episode, so I can't say. Also goes for Dr. Stone, so I have to definitely catch up with them. I heard you've been watching Danmachi recently. How is the anime progressing so far?
Okay, so my first impressions, I believe 4 episodes are out right now. Mm-hmm. My first impression is I liked the way the show picked up on. I felt like it had that right momentum that a season 2 should have. It's literally like pretty seamless. It's pretty seamless from season 1 to season 2, and I feel like the new arc that we're in right now. I don't know if I should. Fuck it, we could spoil it. I'll spoil it.
Go ahead.
It's sort of like a war game arc. And there's different like basically gods in this universe that want the protagonist on their side. So they had a war game essentially. So the war game did that. They did that whole arc, and that arc just ended, I believe. So next episode should be episode 5. But so far, I'm liking it. I'm liking it, honestly.
Oh, that's good, because I know that you really liked the first season of Danmachi.
Yeah, the only thing I will say was that whole training scene could have been judged out a little longer. That whole, like, literally within 4 episodes, I think the war arc started. The idea of the war arc started the second or third episode, and then by the 4th episode, it was over. It kind of just did all that, and it was supposed to be a period of time where he was training, and it just kind of just did a brief little time skip, which kind of threw me off. And they barely showed him training. They showed him training for like maybe 2 minutes, maybe less.
Maybe less.
Maybe I'm dead ass.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
But the fights were interesting. The animation's interesting. They did have fights, actual fights, because there was some shit that happened before the war game that led up to this. But I'm liking it. So you get a thumbs up from me.
That's good. I should definitely. Well, for one, I have to check out season 1. That's a definite on my list right now, because I know that you've been telling me for years how it's a good anime, and I've always put it off. So I think now is probably a good time to start catching up on that training again, honestly.
The last season was 4 years ago.
Yes, and you watched it 4 years ago.
Yep, and
So
I waited.
You waited.
I'm not disappointed.
All right, that's good. And you know, I am pleasantly surprised, because you know how most anime, when it comes to the second season, they tend to like drop in quality. I don't like to point names, but One Punch Man, I've only watched 2 episodes, to be fair, but Arthur, you good, my boy?
I'm fine. Continue. No, continue. I'm fine. I'm not upset at all.
So yeah, like, animes tend to, it's either they're better than they were before, or they dip in quality. But to hear that Danmachi season 2 has actually been pretty good is actually very good to hear, actually. Like, I know there's anime out there.
Only thing is, what is this nigga gonna learn another fucking spell? This nigga's been using the same fucking spell.
What, in Danmachi?
Yeah, the Firebolt 2.
Oh.
It's niggas been using that same spell. Learn something new, bro. Like, I mean, he probably will soon this season, but hey.
Yeah, give him time, you know?
I'm just tired of hearing Firebolt 2 like all the time. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah.
It was a cool move. It was a cool move like the first season, but now it's just like, okay. Alright, bro, dude. It's like when Goku just kept doing the Kamehameha and it took him like 10 seconds to do it the first time. Now it takes him like a millisecond now.
Yes.
It's like, oh, okay. It's still impressive, but it kind of just lost its effect.
Yeah, because you know it's so common, honestly.
Exactly. Like, what happened to the Rasengan?
You saw this man just doing Rasengan.
You see all this man's shadow clones holding a Rasengan.
Exactly, and then they're all shadow Rasen Shurikens. Like, fuck the power of the Rasengan. I can do that shit instantly. And my clones can do it instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's great to hear. Especially for the isekai genre. How you actually told me that it was, what's it called? It was similar to, Shield Hero.
In a sense, yes, it is. Because the thing about that is the first episode of the first season shows a lot of humiliation. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the whole first season was a lot of humiliation that he had to go through. Yeah. And he wasn't just born with these powers like what's the dude for sort of Kirito. Yeah. He wasn't born with these magnificent powers like Kirito.
He was an OP from the start.
He started off weak as hell. Mm-hmm. Like weak as like unlike the Shield Hero. At first he was kind of weak and he learned over time, but he's still he would stand on his own 10 toes like a man. Yes. This nigga was getting the shit beat out of him. He was like, he basically had to learn how to stand up on his 10 toes essentially. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about that show.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to like the isekai genre, I prefer shows that like to show the grind that the characters go through. Like Shield Heroes 1, because he was also like, you know, put into such a bad position at first. He was weak as shit. He didn't know the world or anything like that, and he had to essentially work his way up through like weird tactics, like enslaving a raccoon chick.
Questionable
means
decisions,
but
hey,
it worked out in the end.
Hey,
It's anime. Don't worry about it.
The world might not even be real, so who cares, right?
Exactly, right? But I like that over the character just being overpowered from the start. To like, Sword Art Online is one that I always bring up as like a isekai that I don't like at all. Like, I keep telling this to every single one of my friends. What was the episode? I think it was like the third episode when that girl like died, and you saw how Kirito was just like fucking broken.
Yeah,
like that's the stuff I like, because it makes Kirito grow as a character, right? Like, you can make him OP, but there has to be some stakes to justify him being OP like that. You can't just have a series where he's just destroying everything left and right without having anything to worry about.
From like episode 5.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, okay.
It's like, why am I watching this if he's just gonna destroy everything?
He's Neo. He's the chosen one.
Yeah,
right,
like,
you get it.
Like, as much as I like fucking waifus, I'm not gonna watch it just solely for Asuna and Kirito just to get together and stuff like that. I want more. I want more substance to the show that I'm watching.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel like Shield Hero and what you're saying right now, Danmachi, they offer that.
The thing I like about Danmachi too is the female lead. The female lead is very interesting. I haven't necessarily seen a female lead like her in any isekai anime ever. Honestly, it's very different. She's not like shy or anything. Perhaps she is just kind of cold in a sense that it's cold, but it's like she doesn't have any real reaction to things, but like deep down you kind of see that she does have real reaction to things.
So it's more like she's hiding it, or it's just something that she chooses
I think that's just how she acts.
Okay.
I think that's just how she acts, but
all right then. Well, it sounds interesting.
But she's cold, but she's not mean. Like, she's nice to people. Like, she's the one that would like help him train and do shit like that, which is interesting. The dude learns how to fight from the female lead. She's great. Like, she's one of the elite, and he just keeps getting his ass beat like the entire first season.
Jeez, all right. Well, you know what? I should definitely check it out. Probably next week I'll have the entire series hopefully watched by then, and we could discuss more about it.
Yeah, yo, and Hestia. Oh my gosh.
Trust me, it ain't gonna be a Mob Psycho.
Yo, the harem though, the harem game is strong in Danmachi, bro.
I mean, what isn't it?
Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon? Bro,
exactly.
Harem game strong, bro.
Yo, so you like that, which I know we all do. Don't you lie to yourself. We all know we like that. But watch it.
They had some beautiful brown skin queens in the show, so I was impressed. Okay, let's see what.
Okay, you just say that. I was impressed.
All right, I think we're good on. We're going up like 45-minute approach.
Yes, actually, we had some very good discussions. Actually, I like
it. Yeah, dude. I think that was awesome. I think it's time to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
See.
Yo, so once again, guys, if you are watching this, we're gonna be at Liberty City Anime Con by the time this goes live. We should have been there for a day already. So maybe next week we'll give you our thoughts on that.
Definitely.
Also, be sure to check us out on all our other platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher Radio, and any other major podcasting network.
Almost anywhere you can listen to audio, aside from maybe like Pandora or some shit like that, you will find us.
And YouTube, there is a live stream at 9 in the morning every single Saturday morning. You can catch us live. You can wake up with us. You know what I'm saying? And just listen to our podcast. Eastern time, by the way.
Yes,
for anyone who did not know.
Yes, this is in New York City, after all.
Yep.
Hot as fuck. I will keep mentioning that till the day this podcast ends.
Alright, yeah, I think that's about it, guys.
See.
Alright, so if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, give us a comment, give us some feedback, let us know what you think. And that's been it, guys. So my name is AJ.
And my name has been Arthur.
And this has been the Loading Podcast, episode 7. Y'all take care.
Alright.